Who Dat Nation, buckle up. This trade deadline left more questions than answers. The Saints, sitting at 1-8 with the wind knocked out of them, entered the final hours buzzing with rumors that had every fan on edge. Contenders were circling, eyeing the talent on this roster like vultures in New Orleans. They made a couple of moves, shipping out Rashid Shaheed to Seattle and Trevor Penning to LA, but it felt like the calm before a storm that never hit. Whispers of bigger deals swirled, the kind that could reshape the future, but as the clock struck deadline, frustration hung heavy in the air. The worst record in the NFC demands action, yet here we are picking up the pieces of what could have been. If you're part of this crew, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and join the conversation. This community runs on real fans like you. Now the name that's got everyone talking behind the scenes, Alontae Taylor. The cornerback who's been a rock in the secondary, drawing real interest from teams hungry for defensive help. Reports just dropped that the Saints were deep in talks with the Chicago Bears for Taylor, a deal that had legs, sources say, before it all fell apart. Ian Rappaport laid it out. Discussions heated up Monday and Tuesday with Bears DC Dennis Allen, who knows Taylor from his New Orleans days, pushing hard for the fit. Taylor's in a contract year, primed for a big payday this offseason, and with the Saints staring down a $15 million cap overrun in 2026, moving him could have been the smart play. But poof, gone. The Bears pivoted to a deal with the Browns for Joe Tryon-Shoyinka instead, leaving New Orleans empty-handed. It's the kind of twist that stings Who Dat faithful. The Colts swooped in elsewhere for Sauce Gardner in a mega trade that blindsided everyone but Chicago. That was right there, draft picks on the table, compensation for a guy who could walk for nothing. Taylor's been solid, locking down receivers when it counts, his instincts sharp under pressure. Imagine him bolstering a contender's secondary. Seahawks, Chargers, Bears, they all sniffed around. Yet the Saints hold on for now in a season that's already a grind. Frustration bubbles up because this roster has pieces, talent that's too good to waste on a rebuild that feels inevitable. The trades for Shaheed and Penning netted something sure. A future pick here, a depth player there, but Taylor, that's the one that got away, the what if that's fueling late-night debates in bars from the Bayou to Baton Rouge. Zoom out and the deadline paints a picture of a team at a crossroads. 1-8 doesn't lie, the losses pile up, the energy drains, but there's fire in these players still. Taylor's presence keeps the defense honest, his coverage skills a bright spot amid the chaos. Losing him might have accelerated the reset, brought in assets to stockpile for a brighter tomorrow. Instead, we're left wondering what popped up behind closed doors, cap concerns, player veto, or just cold feet. The Saints front office under the microscope promised activity, but this feels like missed opportunity. Fans feel it, that knot in the gut when potential slips away. As Week 10 looms, the focus shifts to the field, but the echoes of deadline drama linger, a reminder of how thin the line is between salvage and surrender. Diving deeper, let's unpack why this Taylor saga hit so hard for Who Dat Nation. Alontae's not just a corner, he's a leader in a secondary that's battled injuries and inconsistencies all year. Drafted in 2022, he's grown into a starter, his physicality and ball skills earning respect league-wide. That near miss with Chicago. It underscores the value contenders see in him. Allen knew exactly what Taylor brings, that familiarity, a perfect match for a Bears defense needing bite. Sources say talks were deep, meaning outlines were sketched, parameters discussed, maybe even medicals floated. Then crickets. The pivot to Tryon-Shoyinka from Cleveland suggests Chicago wanted edge Rushmore, but Taylor was the prize they almost snagged. For the Saints, it's a double-edged sword. Holding Taylor keeps continuity, lets him finish strong and maybe parlay a playoff push, slim as it is, into an extension. But the cap reality bites, $15 million over in 2026 with other stars like Derek Carr's deal weighing heavy. If Taylor walks as a free agent, poof, zero return. That's the gamble, the frustration fueling fan forums and call-in shows. The deadline's two deals were pragmatic. Shaheed's speed to Seattle for a mid-rounder, Penning's potential to the Chargers for depth, but they didn't move the needle like a Taylor trade could. Imagine the draft capital, extra picks to rebuild the lines, address the QB question postcard. Behind the scenes, the Saints weren't idle. Rumors swirled of offers from multiple suitors. The Colts' Blockbuster for Gardner threw a wrench, shifting the market, but Chicago was the closest call. It's easy to second-guess now, why not push harder? But negotiations are a dance, one misstep and it's over. New Orleans emerges with a sense of limbo, not quite sellers, not buyers, just surviving. Who Dat Nation deserves better than 1-8 malaise. This fanbase, with its passion and history, thrives on momentum, on bold moves that echo Super Bowl glory. Looking ahead, Taylor's future looms large. Will the Saints tag him, trade midseason, or let the market decide? Deadline's fallout could spark internal changes, a deeper evaluation as losses mount. But there's resilience here. Players like Taylor embody the fight, the never-say-die spirit that defines the black and gold. Fans channel that energy. The rebuild might sting, but it's a path to resurgence. Under the Superdome lights, hope flickers even in defeat. This deadline wasn't the explosion we craved, but it's a chapter, not the end. Who Dat, let's talk. What moves should they made? Hit the comments, share your take. The conversation keeps us connected, united in the highs and lows. As the season grinds on, watch Taylor closely, ready for whatever twist comes next. Stay locked in, who knows what tomorrow brings.